it's me, Pup. How are you doing? I'm feeling better now. Spider-Man Brand New Day is here. The suit in that movie is absolutely perfect. Maybe the best Spider-Man costume we've ever had, if I put my bias and love for the Raimi trilogy aside. And maybe, I would just love to have an action figure of that suit on display. I'm not exactly made of money, I can't really afford import figures, so why don't we have a look at what Marvel Legends offered us? Actually, I'm not buying that. I think I'm good. Because to be honest with you, Hasbro and I have done this dance plenty of times. When I watched the Toei Japanese Spider-Man series a couple of years back, I really wanted to represent that Spider-Man on my shelf and get an action figure. Can't afford premium import figures, so I looked at the Marvel Legends offering and went, nah, you're good. For also the same reason as to why I haven't bought any action figures of the advanced suit from Marvel Spider-Man. Guys, what color is Spider-Man? Red and blue, right? Sometimes red and black, which is great because red is my favorite color. So hi, question, why is he orange? This is genuinely enough to get me to skip out on a purchase. Maybe one of my biggest Spidey pet peeves is when the fucker looks too orange. And before you call this a nitpick or a minute detail, we are literally talking about the color of the suit. This is maybe one of the most important aspects. Can you imagine if Superman looked too green? Now, there are times when Spider-Man is rocking more of an orangey color for a stylistic choice. Black and orange was kind of effective for the early Superior Spider-Man, because orange and black is a much less friendly color scheme than red and blue. These colors evoke warning, fear, almost akin to like a jack-o'-lantern kind of color, while red and blue are both primary colors, which is immediately just more friendly on the eyes. Red is a far more versatile color than orange. If orange can communicate fear, red can communicate love as well as anger. It's a very expressive color, which is why Spidey in orange tends to look more threatening, while Spidey in red can convey a whole different range of looks. But also just making this action figure these colors means it just looks inaccurate. You can clearly see on the Brand New Day suit that it is much more of a shiny candy red. And it is a very confident red. It is still more pink skewing than it is orange skewing, but it is a confident red. This is not. I skipped the Marvel Legends release this year and went straight for the blockies. Sure, he's a little busty, but the colors are a lot more pleasant on the eyes. It's also worth noting that there have been other instances where Spider-Man has taken on a more orangey color scheme. If you look back at the very early issues of Ultimate Spider-Man, he tends to have a much more orangey appearance. That said, he did gradually come back to a more confident candy red. The reason for this is that when Ultimate Spider-Man made its debut, Marvel were messing around with different types of paper. And with this orange here, they were trying to get the best look for that paper. The original Marvel vs. Capcom game. Spider-Man is very clearly orange in that game, but it is also worth noting there were strict color limitations that the developers of that game were working within. I can't say for sure that that's the reason why he looks orange. That is actually something I'm kind of pulling out of my ass with guesswork. Later Marvel vs. Capcom games also stuck with that kind of orangey color scheme, and it kind of just became the look of Capcom Spidey. At the end of the day, different artists have their different preferences, but naturally I would expect an action figure of Toei Spider-Man to be the color of Toei Spider-Man, which isn't orange. I would expect an action figure of the Brand New Day suit to be accurate to the colors of the Brand New Day suit, not orange. But of course, if I were to purchase an action figure of Capcom Spidey, then yes, I would want that to be quite a vibrant orange. Bizarrely, the SH Figuarts figure of it is actually a little too red. You just can't win any which way. And now, for no reason, or just for a treat, let's watch my reaction to Insomniac's take on the Brand New Day suit. Enjoy. Alright, so very much looking forward to this, actually. I've been looking forward to this for quite a while. Let's play. Where was I last in this game, anyway? Oh. Okay, in the water. Fine. Make our way through this wind tunnel. That'll dry me off a little. First things first, change the time of day. We want to be able to see our boy. Okay, so it's actually quite appropriate that we start off with the Amazing 2 suit, because if anything, this suit is more or less how the Brand New Day suit should look. Like, it has kind of the exact color shades, if, you know, maybe a little more muted than the Brand New Day in the movie itself. Here it's very vibrant, though, so it shouldn't be a far cry from this. Oh. Okay, well, they don't always look the way they do here in the game, right? I mean, this is... This is so orange, this one. How does this one look? Okay, yeah, that one looks a little orangier here, so maybe it'll look better in-game. Not liking the way that's looking, actually. Does it look better in-game? Okay, we're in very bright lighting right now. So let's just take a little look around, maybe get somewhere more shadowy. Okay, the blue looks wrong under shadow. Definitely. Blue too vibrant. The red has a familiar issue here. Insomniac, you've done it again. So, there's an old issue with Insomniac Spider-Man. Alright, let's take a look at the Advanced Suit Mark 1. The problem being, and it especially looks this way in the first Marvel Spider-Man game, the problem being that the red on the suit is, if anything, more orange than it is red. Let's go somewhere where there's light, because that will really exacerbate it. Spider-Man, put it this way, Spider-Man should not look orange when under bright light. Put him under bright light here, and lo and behold, the fucker is orange. This is the amazing fucking carrot, okay? I mean, obviously, it's still red, but it's a very, very orangey red. And unfortunately, I think what's happened here, we've ended up with the same issue. It's not as bad as, I guess, the Into the Spider-Verse suit and how fucking orange that thing is. I mean, ew. But, like, it's also not accurate. And this is the thing I find so bizarre, is that they fixed this. Like, the Advanced Suit Mark 1, yeah, orange as fuck. The amazing carrot. But if we look at the Advanced Suit 2, way better. Way, 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 way better. I mean, there's a better version of this yet. We've got this gorgeous black and cherry red colorway. That is optimal Spidey color right there. That is the color of Spider-Man. This sort of cherry candy red here. And if anything, that's close to how it looks on the Brand New Day suit. That is how the Brand New Day suit is in terms of colors, with the exception of, obviously, it being red and blue rather than red and black. That is, like, the perfect Spidey red. So why the fresh hell is this orange? And the blue is way too vibrant on this. Way too bright, way too vibrant. Ugh, brother, no. It looks like the thing's faded. Yeah, see, the problem here is that all the highlights on this suit are orange. And then there's the fact that it's on the Insomniac kind of stock body that they use for these Spider-Man games. So it doesn't have that distinct head shape of the Brand New Day suit. In fact, it doesn't even look like the Brand New Day suit because it's too rubbery. The highlights are way too much. Do the eyes even look good? The eyes look messy. You've got geometry just clipping through itself here. It's not like that on the Homecoming, is it? Look at that. Look at, especially on the bottom there. Hang on, let's just really zoom that shit in. Look at that. That is so unclean. You can't have it looking like that. Let me see another MCU suit. I mean, a black and gold suit. Right, that's clean. On the black and gold suit, it's clean. New red and blue, clean. Look how much better the lenses look here. They're clean. They actually fit. And then look, they're crispy. Crispy, crispy, crispy. It's hideous. The highlights are orange when they should be pink. Yeah, I know the problem here. The problem is that the suit is way too tight on him. Now, I get that Insomniac suits all tend to adhere to a similar sort of body type. Then again, no. No, the muscles aren't even defined on this one. Yeah, like, this is much more how it should look. The Fresh Start suit, for some reason, the muscles, especially around here, are so over-defined. It has the effect of making the suit look latex. It's bad enough that it shines incorrectly. Like, that's another thing. The little brick patterns on this suit should only really reflect light on the blue part, not the red part. On the red part, they are just darkened, which creates this rubbery look. It just looks like this suit is made of latex or something, and it's really unflattering. The thing is, as well, is that the Brand New Day suit is significantly thicker than the final swing suit and just other suits Spider-Man has worn in the MCU. It's thicker, it's a little looser. None of that is communicated here in this. None of that. Look, you could see that that's not right. This is so far off. Let's try it at some different times of day, at least. That might save it. Nighttime. No, it doesn't look any more vibrant. It should look vibrant under night. We've seen it at the nighttime in the movie itself, and it looks rich and vibrant. This doesn't. Let's go down here. No, it just looks kind of dusty, doesn't it? And again, the blue almost illuminates too much. You could probably make it work with the right filter. If you use, like, the fashion filter, I think, that would neutralize the blue and then improve the red. So, like, put the fashion filter on it. No, again, it's still, the suit is just too shiny. It's way too shiny. I mean, that's the best it's looked colors-wise, I'd say. Maybe move us more in the pinky direction, but then that exacerbates the blue, doesn't it? And this is with the fashion filter on, by the way. It's weird, a yellow light almost seems to do the trick. Yeah, if anything about here neutralizes the oranginess of it. That is the best it's looked. So yeah, with the right filter and the right lighting circumstances, you can kind of make this thing work. But you shouldn't have to do that. It should look good in the in-game lighting engine, because that's how you're going to be seeing it most of the time. Now, from what I understand, if you do pull Insomniac Games Spider-Man models out of the game and put them into Blender, their colors are generally a lot more accurate. And so it is kind of a lighting thing, but then I would say you need to compensate with the lighting engine. If it's going to look this way in the lighting engine, then you need to shift the colors within the lighting engine. But even then, this thing is just way too tight and thin. Morning. I think that might be the worst it's looked. The blue's almost skewing almost kind of purple as well. Morning and sunrise. Let's try sunrise. Nah, that's only exacerbating the oranginess of it, isn't it? Like, yeah, this is bad. Sunset is... Again, it's just the blue's wrong, isn't it? The blue is wrong, the red is wrong. It's just the wrong colors. It looks like it's faded over time. It looks aged. It reminds me of, with a way better design, of course, the Green Lantern suit in Lanterns, and how kind of faded and pale it looks. How it doesn't look like positive true green, and this doesn't look like positive true red. Dusk ought to look kind of good, right? Yeah, Dusk is the best it's looked. I mean, it helps that a lot of Brand New Day kind of takes place at, like, dusky hours as well. Which is lovely, by the way. I love the way that looks. This is the lighting circumstance for it. It's still not quite there, but, like, look. You can see that the highlights are not orange this time. They're pink, as they should be. It looks much better under dusk. It's still not perfect, but definitely better. Oh, there's a helicopter. Overcast ought to look quite good, right? Does it? What fresh hell has happened here? Okay. Strange. Strange. His pants reflect light differently to the upper half. It looks like he's suddenly wearing jeans. If you get closer, it neutralizes. I think I know what's happened here. I think it's the angle of these brick patterns and how much wider they are on his bum than they are on the top half. So when you zoom out, it suddenly looks like he's wearing trousers. The thing is, whether this is accurate or not, kind of doesn't matter. The reality is, if it looks wrong, it is wrong. I'm playing the game right now and it looks wrong. It should not look like this. Yeah, especially when you're under light like this. You have that kind of jeans look going on. That's terrible. That's really bad, because other than that, this might be one of the better lighting conditions for this suit. I mean, yeah, the red certainly looks better under this light. This isn't finished Insomniac. I understand it was a free suit, but I would have happily paid a little bit if it meant that the suit would look good. I'm more kind of bummed out at the fact that I can't swing around the city in a good version of this suit. Look at... That's desperate, isn't it? Like, those two blues are so different. The lower blue's much better. And this wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for some studio shenanigans or something, like tight deadlines or something. The Insomniac devs, there are few people in the gaming industry who take their work more seriously than Insomniac. I can tell you right now, there's no way those devs are happy with the way this has come out. But I just don't understand why they keep coming out looking orange when we kind of fixed this. The other thing is, just color match it to the TASM too. Like, I know that wouldn't be 100%, but it would at least be better. You'd at least have the right overall hues, you know? The problem is that the hues are completely off. I can forgive it being kind of too dark or too light, but if the hues are wrong, it looks wrong. But this pants problem, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, so what could have easily become a new main for me in this game, I'm probably never going to touch. Let's compare it to the final swing. The final swing, if anything, the blue looks better. I mean, I suppose a suit with, like, really shiny spandex is going to lend well to a video game, I guess. But, like, looking at this here, the red is much more confident. It's still maybe a little on the orange side, but it's a confident red. And the blue looks better. No clipping in the lenses. And let's see, how does it look in overcast conditions? Yeah, look, the blue on his bum is the same color as the blue on his top half. Can you believe it? Love the web swinging in this game. So much better than it was before. I say as I didn't do a very good job at swinging, but, you know. Like, just being able to take corners like that is so cool to me. This is why I prefer Marvel Spider-Man 2. It's the web swinging. The fact that the web swing, like, you could get really low to the ground as well. The final swingsuit looks fantastic in this lighting condition. Let's look at the Homecoming. Homecoming is probably the closest thing to it, right? Already, just in this menu screen, you can see that that's better. That's a better red. The red and blue looks like red and blue. It doesn't look like orange and purple. Hang on, I gotta do this real quick. We gotta do this in the new suit, haven't we? The Tokon suit looks really cool. Looks a little bit messy in-game just because of, like, the detail of the light on it, but... Alright, alley-oop. Let's go find some water. See how the suit looks wet. Wetness darkens a suit. You darken this red, it ought to look better, right? Alright, he's wet. Let's have a look. Nah. Nah. The shine on it is all wrong. Like, I mean, that's how it would look wet, so to be fair, there you go. This suit is a dud. Yeah. It's not totally outside of the realm of possibility that they might fix this suit, because after all, if we look back at the Raimi suit, this suit was fixed too. This suit once didn't look anywhere near as good as it looks now. Like, and it was mainly, like, just colors that they fixed. And it went a long way. Not only that, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit did not start out looking very accurate, but now it's a lot better than it was before. And again, none of these are perfect, and I can kind of chalk some of that up to just the Insomniac house style. They have a certain way of adapting these suits. They're never one-to-one, that's not the priority. But, like, at least they look good. You know, that's all I need is for the suit to look good. But there is just such a stark contrast between this suit here and this suit here. Alright, patron read time. We have KB, Twilord, Biotin, Sirius the Skeptic, and Mr. SP. Kale Bennett, so much money in the Gens Gate market. I know, right? Dare Danny, Sad Goku, Ghostly Phantom, Neo Metal Pup, Council of Geeks, SSSO6, Carlex, RT0, Marv Animation, Grant Allen, Josh Strider, Ben Raven, Basic Content, Gideon Wells, Press Plater Jason, Joseph Tribble, and Choi Henshin. Thank you folks so much for your generosity, and to everybody else, my channel is indeed the buffet. I don't think you're full. Your plate's empty. Go fill up your plate, okay? Alright? See ya.